Welcome to Insight Builder channel. Python experts, my dear friends. In the last video, we have completed writing the models for the category table. In this video, we are going to take it to the next step and start loading the data into the database model. For that, we will be using the Django's existing extensions called as Runscript. Also, we will work with the script for running or loading the data into the database. We will be seeing how to build it. The final outcome will look like this. You can see that the page has been built. There is a home and there is a gallery. We have the categories that is available in the data that we already worked in the last video, and we also have the various videos. We will be creating a simple list like this and we will try to populate it on the page. Looks simple, but we can actually make it as complex as we want. As I was telling you that it's just the beginning. So once you understand how the process works, then you can start playing with it. Most important point is that you guys have to practice this step again and again until you are really confident. So let us now completely remove the models and remove the data and start working it from the beginning. Let's go to the CLI. Here you will see that I have already the db.sqlite3. I am going to remove this db.sqlite3. Why I am doing this? Because I want to start with the blank slate. So let me remove that. Once I remove this, I have to create and then I have to load the data into the database models. This is what I'm going to do. Creating the database models, it's already done. And loading the database models is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to say python 3 manage.py and I'm going to say migrate. That's it. Already everything is available. So I have to just say migrate. Once I say migrate, my db.sqlite3, the new file, has been written again. So let me go to the Vim and the script will be inside the scripts folder. I have to go to scripts and I have to go and open the load_categories.py script. The steps that we are following here is we are going to use pandas and JSON files. I already have the JSON file with me available here, US category_id.json. I will show you the JSON file for your reference. So let me go here. It is in the scripts folder. You can go to USID JSON and you can immediately see that this is kind of items, and inside the items there are lots of YouTube related data, and we see that there is ID in each item and there is a title also. So we have to access these things and we have to load it in our model. Let me show you the model again, just in case you guys have missed the earlier video. I will show you the models for your understanding. So the models that we are going to refer is available at the top. Let me go to the top. The category model. The category model contains 3 columns, that is category ID, the category name, and the slug. So this slug is required for later purposes. The model has been already written to the database, so you don't need to write the model again. This is only for me to show it to you guys. Also, this slug that you see here, this also you don't need to write when you are loading the data. By default, this can be empty field and it can have the max length of 100 with null equal to true and blank equal to true. This is the current scenario. What we are going to do next is we are going to write the script which can enumerate these items and get the ID as well as get the title. This is what our intention is. It's a very small script basically. Import the category model, table model into the script. So this is how you do it from vid_g.models, and then we start providing the path of the file, that is a source. It is always better to delete all the objects that is available inside the table before you write further, or else it might actually create a confusion inside the table. So it's always better to delete it. I am reading the JSON file that I showed above, the US JSON file, and then I am collecting the items data. So I am collecting this items list. So you see the line number 4, this items has got lots of lists under it. It has got almost 44 lists. I am collecting that using this command, and then in line number 19 I am starting to enumerate it over that list. Also I am printing the item so that you guys can see what is happening. Inside the item I am taking the snippet and collecting it as the category name, that is called the title, and then category ID I am collecting it using the key called as ID. So this is what I am doing on line number 21 and line number 22. Moving on, in line number 24, this is where I am using the category model itself, and I am assigning the data that I collected from the item that you see in line number 19. I am using that, and I am assigning the category ID as well as the category name, and then I am calling c.save. All it takes to insert the data into the database is these two lines, that is line in number 24 and line number 26, and after that the script is done. Let me exit this script and Vim also. What I need to do is I need to say python 3 manage dot py migrate. You don't need to migrate right now, so I need to use Runscript. Before I do Runscript, I want to show you one more important step. That is, I want you guys to add this extensions. You have to first of all download Django Extensions library, and then after you download Django Extensions library, you need to add this extension. On line number 31, you can see the extension Django underscore extension. This has to be added. Without this, your the Runscript will not work. That is important point. Also, in order for the Runscript to work and everything to be written to the models, your app should be already registered in the project, or else it will not again work. These two steps are mandatory. And let us proceed to run the script. So let me say python 3 manage.py, and I'm going to say run script load underscore categories. So once I do this, it will load the categories. Okay, so here I see that there is an error. It is throwing an error that there is no module name pandas. This is because I am in the environment Django underscore environment, which is creating the problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say deactivate, and I'm going to go into source, and I'm going to activate Jupyter environment. So you see that it executed and the data is inside the database. How do I know this? Let me show it to you in a moment. Let's run the server first. Without that, we cannot start working. So before we run the server, let us do one thing. Let us first of all check whether I can run the server without any issue. So let us do the check, and the check passes. It means that I don't have any issue in running the server. Let me run the server, and the server runs. I'm going to click on this. Let me go to the browser, and you see that it's asking me for admin. Here, one of the challenges is that I have deleted the earlier database and I have written the new database. That means I have deleted my user information also. So what I need to do is I need to go back to the CLI, stop the server, and I need to say python 3 manage.py create super user, and I need to say this is a regular email ID I provide, and the password. Okay, and then I am successfully in. I restart the server, and then I come back to the browser, and you see that I can now enter into the admin. Once I enter into the admin, you will see that I am able to close. I am able to look at the categories as well as videos. So if I go into categories, you will see that all the categories are written here. So if I click on it, you will see that I have the category ID, I have the category name, and you see there is the slug that is written. That is because I already have the function, or else this slug would not be written. So let me show you what the slug does. So if there is sci-fi slash fantasy, if you click this, you will see it is sci-fi fantasy. So all the special characters are removed. This is one of the benefits of slugs. Once you have done this, if you go to vid_g, you'll see that I am able to directly get this list, but the videos list is empty. Let's go to the CLI again, and let's power down the server. What I'm going to next is load the Python 3 load the video data, run script, and I'm going to say load videos. Next, we will start the server. Let's run the server. The server is running. Now let us go to the browser and let us execute this. And now you see that the video is also updated, and you can see the category is also coming up. The models has to be created first, and after that we need to work on the views, and after that we need to work on connecting the views to the URLs. The most intuitive way of getting the things working is by writing your database models, then building the functions to retrieve the data, and then writing up the URLs. In the next video, we will be discussing on more details about how to get the data for videos, and then how to load the data, create the views, etc. Until then, practice, 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 practice.